This is Samantha Shadler. She and her sister, Allie, are some of the fastest high school runners in the entire state of Arizona. 2 years apart, this race is the last time they compete together for their high school team.
We got it. Come on, Alex!
To understand what makes them fast and how they got here, you first need to understand where they come from.
Well, it's a really small town. When we were really little, we had a nice life because we had everything we needed. You do know everyone around you. Like when we go to church, like all of the people in church know who we are and we know them too.
There's a lot of history here. We've lived here since the girls have been born, obviously, but I remember taking Allie and Sam. One would be in a stroller and one would be on my back, and we go walking around.
I don't think having both of my parents as runners had anything to do with getting started into running.
Those girls eat a lot. You would never guess based on how thin they are.
Well, they wanted us to join a sport, but they really didn't pressure us to go into like cross country and go into track. They said if we wanted to join volleyball, that's fine. If we wanted to join basketball, that's okay. And they just wanted us to be active and do something outside of school. When I got to 3rd grade, I was very excited. I liked watching my sister and my dad run down the street because it looked fun and then it looked fast, and I wanted to, I guess, kind of feel what it was like to run fast. So I guess that's probably why I got sucked in, I guess, to running. In 5th grade, I had finally won my first race, and the actual running part wasn't the fun part for me, but like finishing the race and like looking back, I'm like, wow, I had run a mile without stopping and I came in first. And so that was the fun part for me.
I think every sport gives every child that opportunity to ask yourself, why am I doing this? To be good at it. Well, what do I have to do to be good? Well, I got to work hard. Okay, well, how hard am I willing to work? And how honest am I willing to be about what my weaknesses are?
Allie, what is a standing wave?
Running it's something you do, it's not who you are.
We were learning that one.
And I think that's what Samantha and Allie have.
There's no fallout.
I know that's what they have. They feel really good about total self. They're not just runners, they're a complete package, which I know that's what we're most proud of.
As I went into middle school, my mom was a cross-country coach, and she said, they both said that I needed to join a sport. They didn't care what it was, but I needed to do something. And I'm like, well, she's the coach, so I might as well just do that. And so I did, and then I started winning races. And the more I started running, the more fun that the actual running became. But I think the fun part for me still is the competitive part. I just like going out there and beating people.
And beat people, they do. The sisters compete in the 3A division for high school sports. In her sophomore year, Samantha finished as the 2-time state champion in the 800 meters, the state champion in the 2-mile, and was part of Rio Rico's state champion relay teams. Plus, in cross country, Sam is a 2-time state runner-up. Runner-up only to her sister, Allie, who finished up her high school career as a 4-time cross-country champion, 4-time 1,600-meter champion, a national cross-country All-American, and was named the Arizona State Female Athlete of the Year for 2017.
Allie Shadler, Rio Rico, the state cross-country champion.
Allie holds the state track 2-mile record and the Arizona cross-country course record. That's a 3.1-mile course that all female high school runners have competed on since 2005. Not bad for a couple of runners from a small-town team.
I'm going to paraphrase a guy named Arthur Lydiard. Basically he says, in every small village, in every hamlet, everywhere, in every country around the world, there are potential Olympic champions. You just have to find them. There's great kids and there's great talent everywhere. How at a small border town, a small quiet school, whatever, if you tap into what that kid wants and you help them figure out how to get there.
Okay, Patrick.
I tell all my kids on the team, winning's hard because if you have to try, and if you try, you might fail. If you don't ever try, you can say, well, I could have. But if you try and fail, you have to accept that you failed. And that's a really difficult concept for a teenager. It's a difficult concept for adults too, for that matter.
In Rio Rico and anywhere, there is lots of talent, and our job as coaches or as people are to help those kids develop it. Even in the classroom, there are children who struggle, and there are children who have lots of potential, but it's trying to help them use the potential and to be there to guide them.
You had a little bit left at the end. You came back with a 78, but we just got to figure out that third lap. Yeah. Okay? Nice work.
Where's Daniel? Oh, there he is. Daniel.
For every single kid that I ever coach, I always just tell them, don't be afraid to try, just to take the lead in a race. You go for it, and if you get out kicked, okay, we'll just come back tomorrow and try again. So that pretty simple lesson, they've like taken it to heart.
Right.
Number 7 all-time in the history of the Arizona.
The girls' success has brought a lot of attention, and this attention has come with some questions. One being, are they good runners just because they come from a family of runners?
I don't like when people just assume that you're going to be good because your parents were good, or I don't know, just expectations. Yeah, they put expectations on you that you haven't even created for yourself. So people still do that now. They say the only reason that I'm good or the only reason Sam's good is because our parents were good, and they're making us run. And I'm like, no, it's not. But I don't know how to make them believe that.
I mean, if it was that simple, then we'd all know the next LeBron James is going to be his kid, and it's just not that simple.
And I know that Alex and Sam, they have the potential, they have the workouts, they have the family, but if they resisted, then it never would have come to fruition. But they actually were willing to take the risks and were willing to work hard.
Right.
And it's not luck, it's definitely hard work.
Nice job, Alex.
That hard work has paid off for both sisters.
There you go, man.
To their opponents, the Shadlers are tough competitors. Between each other, though, there is no rivalry, only respect.
I don't like when people ask me if I want to beat my sister or if there is a rivalry. Allie and I are not competitors. I think we're very supportive of each other, and at practice we're like friends and we're teammates. And at home we're sisters, and in a race we're competing, and we're competing against each other, but we're competing with each other, and I don't ever get on the starting line and say, I really want to be my sister. I want to say, I want to have a good race, and if that means that for some reason I beat my sister, well then that's good, but if she beats me, I'm not all mad about it. I'm really happy for Allie.
They forget that there's like 20 other people in the race, so it's not my main priority. Going into a race, you always want to win and do your very best, so I don't want to get beat by Sam, but I know if she beat me, then she's the only person that I would want to beat me because I know how hard she works.
I'll paraphrase my college coach because he said it very colorfully, but running is not that important. You're running around in circles and jumping in the sandbox. He used to tell us all the time.
I know you guys get obsessed about time because tenths of seconds make a big difference. I realize that. But I would just want to let you know that I really was pleased just watching you just fight.
How fast you run the mile really isn't that important.
Some running backs.
It's how close did you get to yourself? How close did you get to figuring out how fast you could run it? If it's a 4-minute mile, a 3-minute mile, or a 5-minute mile, that the number doesn't matter. It's did you get as far as you thought you could, and did you do everything did you learn about yourself that you could learn?
There you go, Sam! That's what I'm talking about, Sandy. Go get her, Sam. We got it. Come on, baby. Come on, Alex.
In her senior year, maybe her final performance, that's Allie Shadler, the cross-country champ and state record holder on the final leg for Rio Rico.
Ultimately, what it always comes back to, just to coach all kids, to coach kids. That's what's fun. And I tell them every day, I'm so lucky because I just get to end every day on the field. I could do that forever. Allie and Sam won't run forever, but I could coach kids forever.